I have nothing else planned for today.
Do you ever have anything planned?
No.
Right. So that
Well,
was a given.
sometimes that's not true. Sometimes we have plans.
More like a theme than a plan, right?
That's a plan.
Uh, Sometimes. Maybe. It's okay. I have a plan, though. No
Okay.
worries.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and just one other person today.
Who is Nathaniel?
Yeah, someone else. What did I just click on? Yeah, so for those that have been listening recently, we tried to get Nathaniel on with different types of people. Didn't happen today. No one wanted to meet him. So it's just him. Good luck with that.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking through all the old episodes, or not old, but like recent episodes that I haven't listened to, just to kind of catch up, right? Because honestly, I think you do a good job with the little like summary. I feel like I listened to the episode
Oh, really?
just by reading it.
Just reading the random thoughts that come into mind during the episode.
Yeah, well, knowing who's on is half the battle, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Gives you an idea.
Wait, is Elizabeth the person who's on pretty often, and then like sometimes like doesn't she have like a sister or something, or is that someone else?
There's a lot of people that I have on a lot that have sisters. Funny enough, like Nadia, Mary, and Elizabeth all are on often and have sisters.
Yeah, but her sister was like on one time. Whatever.
Yes, you're right.
All right. Cool. Well, anyway, let's talk about stonks.
Okay. So how much money have you made in the last 6 hours?
6 hours. Well, since the markets aren't open on Saturday, my account hasn't moved.
Good.
Kind of
I
tough
forgot today
to.
was Saturday. I
Right.
don't know what days are when anymore.
Don't you go to like work on a semi-regular schedule, or?
I would call it non-regular though.
Oh, okay. So how often do you go in on Saturdays?
I work in a 5-week span. I work one Saturday during the day and one Saturday during the night.
Okay. So there's a 60%, or actually, I guess since it's during the day, there's an 80% chance it's Saturday.
What?
That's how it works, right?
I'm not really sure.
Right. Me neither. I think there's some.
We have an outage coming up, so then I'm going to be working a ton.
Ooh, what does that mean? No more nuclear power for the community?
Oh yeah, the other unit, so the plant that I work at has 2 reactors, so the other reactor is going like every nuclear reactor does this like once a year or once every 2 years, just like a refueling outage. It's an opportunity to go into parts of the plant that you wouldn't normally go into for radiation reasons, obviously. So like, just a lot of maintenance and stuff like that, and like put in new fuel. Anyway, I'll be working 4 days on, 1 day off for the next like month.
Damn. But you make a lot of money, though.
Make a lot of money.
There you go. You know what you should do with all that money?
Yeah, I was good. There you go. How are you going to help me make more money?
All right. Let's see. We got a handful of plays and that I'm really into, and we can rank them from short term to long term because they're all great plays. This is not financial advice. But first we should recap. So let's see. Today's the 13th? On last Monday, not the most recent one, but the first. I just had my spidey senses went off, and I took everything that I had in my portfolio and I sold it, and I bought as many shares of GameStop stock as I could. and then it it went up 25% that day, like almost immediately after I got in. So I had a feeling it was going to happen right then and there. So I was like, let's do it. And then slowly over the next 2 weeks, I just phased out of my shares because I'm a weenie and I didn't want to like hold to the ground, and I wanted to make sure that I secured some profits. But I ended up doubling my account in two
Can I, s-
weeks.
can I stop right there? Isn't it crazy how GameStop stock is still going up?
No, there's still so much short interest, so much. Not
I
as
guess.
much as the first time, but still so much.
I mean, it's gone up like progressively over the last month or so, right? After it kind of went back down, crashed back down.
So it was the Friday before that Monday I was talking about. So like the last Friday in February, that's when
Yeah.
it started to, or maybe it was the Thursday before, but it dropped down to like 40, I think, at
Yeah, it
one
was around
point.
40 and now it's all the way up to 260, 260.
Yeah, yeah, and it hit 350 at one point. But yeah, I depending on what the movements or how the movements go, and I can't really predict the future here. I think it's all kind of a crapshoot, and it's all pretty wild, and also whales kind of just get to decide what the price is, and hedge funds are like fighting with each other, and we're just like on the sidelines, like trying to get in there wherever we can. But my point is, if there's another huge dip, kind of like there was early February, soon, so like within the next week or two, um, then I think that might be a chance to get in again because we could see another kind of rise, maybe not as severe, but similar enough to what happened here uh, before April 16th. April 16th is another big day because of the options contract volume on that day. So we could do this all over again, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Um, but for people who don't want to throw their money in GameStop because well, it's not just a meme, but it's a meme. All right, so I have some plays, short term to long term. Here's how they go. First one is a UWMC, like Underwriters Wholesale Mortgage Company or some bit like that. Basically, they're in the same ballpark as like Rocket Mortgage. You watch sports, so you've seen the commercials, right?
What is it? Isn't it like Michigan State? Is that a thing? You see that?
UWMC is from Michigan, yeah.
No, 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 no. Michigan State
Oh,
basketball. Oh, some joke. Oh yeah, some joke that they were including Rocket Mortgage in their name.
wait, I don't know anything about this.
Where is it? Uh, it came out. I think it was hold on, I'm still.
Oh yeah, Michigan State Spartans will not be changing their name to include Rocket Mortgage sponsorship, as reported by CBS Sports 20 hours ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, yeah. So anyway, UWMC is like similar business thing to Rocket Mortgage, except Rocket Mortgage uh, goes directly like from them to you, right, as the person who like needs the loan. But this UWMC goes through like brokers, and then they work with you. But it allows the brokers to like give you a better deal. So anyway, what's going on there? Their financial sheets look really, really solid. So I think it's just a good buy because of that in the first place.
Real estate is
Um,
pretty okay right now too.
Real estate.
Well,
There could
a
be.
lot of their, well, a lot of their loans, I assume, are real
Oh,
estate.
right, right. Yes, yes. Good point. Um, but then also, I'm, I'm not just like short interest hunting because of GameStop, but there is a good bit of short interest on this, and there's some evidence slash speculation, depending on how you view it, that the price is like being super suppressed right now. Um, so yeah, it gets added to like the Russell 1000 and 3000 indexes on the 22nd or something like that, and then it's going to force a lot of uh, institutions then to buy it to include it as part of their portfolio. So what that means, basically the theory here is that the price is being artificially suppressed down for when that happens, so that these firms can then get in at a price that they like, and then afterwards, once that artificial restriction is taken off, the stock price could go up quite a bit.
Okay.
And then it's also just a good long-term hold because they're killing it on their financial sheet. So it's kind of nice. It's a little balance.
And you don't
So
have any insider information on this.
no, but I don't know. When you see stuff, I think something that the past like few months has helped a lot of people start doing is kind of reading between the lines with like financial information that they get, if that makes sense. So yeah, when you get a piece, not a piece, when you get multiple pieces of financial information and you start trying to fit them together like a puzzle, it can create a bit more of a narrative slash bigger picture that you might not otherwise catch. Now the problem is like you can also use that information to create a picture that's false and convince yourself that one thing's going to happen and then another does. But I don't know. Go with your hunch sometimes. It just seems like a good play.
Okay. Anything else you want
Yeah, so that's like my relatively short term with some long term potential because
to put some
I
long-term
like to have a
attention?
backup plan. My mid length play, like a year or two, the end of the year, and I think I mentioned this before, is it's still Callaway Golf.
You
So
mentioned that I think last time. Yeah.
yeah. So they bought Top Golf for like $2 billion. But the thing is, if Top Golf IPO'd, which they were planning to do before the market crash, they probably could have raised closer to around 5 or 6 billion. So the point with that is Callaway got like a huge deal there. There was a bit of a run up before last earnings, but that's because there was some confusion about whether like the Topgolf merger was going to be official by then and if it was going to be included on the balance sheets, and it was not. So technically, yeah. Uh, it got weird because Topgolf merger wasn't like finalized yet. Um, but it should be for next earnings call. I'll be honest, I like wanted to get back into Callaway after the GameStop thing, but I think I didn't miss my window. It's just Callaway went up. Let me see. Yeah, it went up like 10% in the past week. So it's already back doing pretty well. It took a bit of a dip last time we talked, but um, it's at like 31 right now. But I'm
Yeah, so what's
still
your prediction by the end of the year? This is the midterm play.
43 plus.
43 plus.
Yeah, I think 43 is minimum like fair valuation for everything, and I'm hoping that'll start kicking into gear once once the Topgolf stuff gets really integrated with their books and stuff. So yes, that's where I think that's gonna go. And again, this is just straight up like value play. I just think that the stock is undervalued right now, and like that's all there is to it. There's nothing special about any goofy stuff going on. It's just like really solid company. Golf's getting more and more popular. They make really good stuff. They have Top Golf, which is going to be a huge thing because you don't even need to like golf to go to Top Golf. And it's also
Yeah,
just like a huge cash cow, man. Like you go to Top Golf, you rent the bay, you like buy some drinks with like six people, and next thing you know, you drop like, oh, like a couple hundred between everybody, and it's just like, damn, that was wild.
and people will play it more in the summer as the weather warms up too.
Yeah, Master season coming up.
Master season coming up. Yeah.
Get people back into golf. And I can't remember how much I went into it before, but okay, so I think this is cool. So since Callaway owns Topgolf, right? Something like cool vertical integration example um, is Callaway can offer more money for used clubs, like trade-in value, than other like golf equipment companies can, because worst case scenario for Callaway is that they can use the clubs that people turned in to like they need clubs at their new Topgolf locations, so they can just use the yeah clubs that people turn in to stock the clubs at Topgolf locations. And
That
then
was a good
they
joke they threw in there. Yeah.
wait, what?
To stock the.
Oh, I can't lie. I was like repeating myself for a little bit there because I couldn't remember what it meant to like fill the shelves store. And I was looking for the word stock. And then, yeah, what do you know? That's what we've been talking about the whole time. The answer was right in front of me. Um, okay, so yeah, like 1 year play ish, Callaway. Uh, I don't know if there's going to be like a spike around earnings or how it's going to get to 43. It might just be perfectly linear. Who knows? But it's still just being slept on, I think. And then, all right, you ready for my last one? This is like long term, like 5+ year play.
All right. Let's hear it.
It's called Amorous. The ticker is AMRS. Um, so I I don't know science like at all, but I'm gonna do my
Yeah, that's
best.
like. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Let's hear it.
yeah. Okay. So basically, I don't know how much you'll know about this, but here again, here's my understanding. So yeast, kind of what yeast does is you put sugar in and ethanol comes out, right? That's like the main idea of yeast.
All right. Let's keep going.
Okay, so what Amyris does is they genetically modify strains of yeast to change what the output is so that you put in sugar and instead of getting ethanol, you get molecule X, whatever you're looking for. The problem with that sounds simple enough, right? But the problem with it is you really have to know what you're doing when you genetically modify the yeast. You can't just like luck into something and it'll produce something good. So you have to do a lot of tests and a lot of like tinkering over like multiple trials to like slowly get closer and closer to the compound that you're trying to spit out. But the problem is typically doing this is like a human process, and so it's very labor intensive. And then also, um, even if you are successful in genetically modifying the yeast to one compound, then you kind of have to start the whole process over again when you're working on trying to make it spit out a new compound. So what's cool about Amyris is that they have found a way to uh, have machines do the trials and then understand what is being spit out and then make modifications to the next trial to get closer and closer to spitting out the compound that they want. And then also they are tracking all this data and they have some good like big data, smart AI bit that basically what happens is since they have all this data and they feed it in, make they find a better path to what modifications should be made to try to make the molecule. So it's if it might take like 1,000 iterations for another company, for them it might only take 100 because they have more data on kind of what works and what doesn't, and then they can use that information from previous trials trying to create other compounds to accelerate the process for new ones. So yeah, and then another thing is really the actual like big thing is that they also are very big into producing it on like a large scale. So it's actually not too bad to make these modifications on like a small scale, but if you if there's some like molecule you need for like a vaccine or I don't know, some other shit, and you're trying to mass produce it, then like this is the company to go to because the conditions, I guess. This is where I start to get lost. Sorry, again, I'm doing my best. But like conditions that you need to not to make it work on like a larger scale are different than smaller scale. And so again, they understand what those conditions need to be better because of the big data and the AI that they have. Um, so that was not a good explanation, but science. And
And
it sounds fucking cool, right? Like this is a cool idea, isn't it?
it's always interesting when you try to explain science.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good did I do?
I'm going to put effort at 10 because you really
Okay.
were trying.
Well, okay.
I mean,
Do you,
I don't know enough about it to give you a proper grade. That's the problem.
okay, cool. Well, I'll fucking take the 10 for effort because yeah. Um, but again, just okay. And unless this is some like Theranos shit, which I really don't think it is. I mean, this just sounds fucking cool. Like I don't understand the ins and outs of it, but and I can't rip this off the top of my head, but I saw some article or something talking about like a lot of like potential uses for this. So one example that I'm gonna resonate with is like substitute meat if there's like a compounds that is like critical for that, and or you can try new stuff with it and then you want to mass produce it. Like this is a company that might get behind it. And then if you look at like the stock for like Impossible Burgers and Beyond Meat and whatever, I mean there's a lot of money in that industry, and that's even not like a really important thing, like when it comes to like medicine, this company there's a lot of potential there. But then also a big thing why I'm confident in it now, uh, as compared to earlier, and also like why the stock price is not $3, but it's more like 21, is because they've really gotten through the cash burn phase of the biotechnology company process. So there's so much R&D when it comes to just biomedical or biotechnology companies that you can pour like billions of dollars into R&D before you ever get a contract or any money inflow, cash inflow on the balance sheet. And so because of that, I typically stay away from biotech companies because that just makes me nervous. Like, what if they don't make it through the other side of the research, or they, find out there's something blocking them that they didn't know about before. And also I don't know anything about this stuff. So it's like kind of intimidating for me to be like confident in it, but they're like way past that phase. They're already like getting contracts and doing stuff, and they produce like the most like unique molecules of any other company or some stuff like that. So, basically it seems like the bankruptcy odds are super low. And yeah, so I say that's a longer term play, and I actually have some of my like retirement in it because it's like $21 right now. I think in the next 5 years it could be over 100 easily.
All right. Well, we'll bookmark this podcast for
Yeah, 5 years from now.
5 years from now. We'll see how you
Well,
did
yeah,
on that.
yeah. Well, we can do quick. So the problem, okay, so end of the year, I can eat my words for Callaway, because I think that's the timeline there. The problem with UWMC is like I don't know when it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be sooner rather than later. But um, yeah, I don't know. It could be next month or it could be 3 months from now. So it's hard for me to check myself on that one because there's a little bit of uncertainty with the date. But yeah, we can do check-ins on all these stocks.
Yeah.
What are you invested in?
Ooh. I don't have anything specific to mention here.
Why? Are you just like ETF Blandy?
Basically, I don't have any short-term investments, I guess is also a a key thing to mention as well. So it's a little different. right?
Yeah, yeah. I
When my
mean,
timeline is more just retirement. So it's
yeah.
just ETF Blandy, which is fine because like that's all I need right now.
Well, okay. Here's my wait. Well, I mean, we don't have to get into this if you don't want, but you make a good bit of money. I know you're not spending all of it on rent and food. Are you
Uh,
just
I, I
you
eat a
can't be
lot.
yeah, but I mean, come on, even if you ate out every day. Um like where's this money going? You're just like dumping all your money into retirement because you shouldn't do that because there's a penalty if you ever need it.
Not Roth IRAs.
Huh?
You can withdraw any time from a Roth IRA, right? You can
No.
withdraw. You can withdraw any contribution.
No.
Huh?
No.
Once you're old enough.
Yeah, once you're old enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, I'm talking about what if you're
I
like
think it's
trying
like
to buy a
six
house
or
in
seven.
5 years?
Oh, you're talking more
Yeah.
short term.
I guess that's short term, but dude, what I'm saying is you should not be putting all your money into retirement. You might need some of it before
It's not all
retirement.
in retirement. Right now, it's sitting in cash because I'm not sure what to do with it yet. It's not that much. It's not as much as you think. It's not as much as you think. I don't make
I,
as much as.
I bet it's
Uh,
$20,000.
it's not that much. I won't say on air, but
That was close.
it's not enough that it's like it's ridiculous. How are you not putting it in? Point because you need a certain amount of cash just for like. I mean, the pandemic. If the pandemic has taught us anything, like you got to have some kind of cash reserve.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Especially because
so
like I'm still technically a probationary employee. But I don't anticipate anything happening.
yeah.
Obviously, I think I'm good at my job, but you never know. Like once I get the promotion, which is actually going to come up in a couple months, then I'll start to. Then like my pay goes up. Okay, actually, I'll tell you how much my pay goes. Let me calculate this percent change here for you. If I remember my math. Yeah, my
8.7%.
no, it goes up almost 50%.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
What?
so that's what I'm saying. So like right now I make like a reasonable. Okay, I don't make like a crap ton. But in a couple months when I hopefully finish all my training, then my pay goes up again like 50%, and that's when I'll have to actually put money somewhere. And then we would have this conversation.
Daniel, I have a proposition for you. For no fee.
Is this
We've done this before.
you already done this.
For no fee, I will manage your money.
We've already done this.
Fucking do it, dude.
Well, I'm not gonna count my chickens before they hatch. Yeah, that's the right phrase. Yeah, count my chickens before they hatch too.
Hmm.
You don't want
All
to
right,
like
well, let me know.
anticipate.
Let
There's
me
there's
know.
plenty of stories where people anticipate raises. They blow all their money in, whatever.
No, yeah, I'm not saying it like but before. I'm just, if everything works out, go down that path and you're trying to make a financial plan. Keep me in the loop. I have a couple other people who are interested as well, and so the more money I have, the safer and better plays I can make. So for you,
Yeah. Okay.
we should run a special like for like podcast listeners.
For podcast listeners, if
Yeah,
you'd like
yeah,
to, if Par Incorporated would like to sponsor the
yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
I
Fuck
don't
it.
know what your
How much do I have to pay?
I don't know what your brokerage is called. I guess it'd
It's
be a
just me.
brokerage, right? It's just you.
Kind of related, but different, but also not too different. I do
Uh,
really want to start an ETF.
yeah, you should.
The ticker could just be my last name. I mean, that's kind of fire, actually, isn't it? that'd
PARR.
be that'd be fucking cool, right?
Is that available? I don't
Yeah. No, no way, it's not.
know.
Oh, pop quiz. What is the earliest letter in the alphabet that does not have a ticker associated with that just one letter?
Earliest letter that doesn't have a ticket, but it's just a single letter as a ticker.
Right, right. So example like A is Agilent or whatever, right? So I'll tell you it's not A. B is Barnes Group. Like just single letter ticker. What's the first
I,
one that doesn't?
I would not know. This would just be a complete guess.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a
And
dumb trivia thing, but it just came up the other day. And so
I
now I
would
know it and I think it's cool.
I would say, is it early or late in the alphabet?
Who's to
I mean,
say?
yeah, I know it could be anywhere. Let's go L. I feel like it's a strange line.
Oh, that's pretty close actually. It's N.
N. It was in that area. Yeah,
Yeah. And then the second one is P, and that's my initials. So
you're gonna be
weird.
confused. Par is taken. It's Par Pacific Holdings.
No way. Fuck.
That's
Well, I guess I'll just
Royals.
have to make it N for Nathan.
Yeah, that will work.
But yeah, unfortunately, I think you need about $100,000 to make an ETF. So
Hmm.
the crowdfunding investment opt-in thing is going to have to be pretty wild. Although I don't know if we get 100 listeners and then they each give
$1,000.
oh yeah, it's a lot. What if
I mean,
you like a year from now when you have all this like cash saved up,
invest in your investment
no,
firm.
you match every like opt-in contribution
I see.
that yeah exactly. So then it's only $500
Again, I
or
think you're
100.
overestimating my wealth.
No, 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 dude. If you like save on electricity and eat ramen every day, I mean you can get
I,
50K in a year.
you know how much my electric bill was the highest it's ever been last month. Do you know how much it was?
Um,
Here's
well, I
your
don't
wild
know.
guess.
I can guess
Here's
$56.
$56. Wow.
Yeah.
It was $30
Okay.
and
Well,
change.
hey, you said it was really high. I was shooting
I
for
said
the
it was the
moon.
highest it's ever been.
Well, doesn't that? Oh, okay. I
That's pretty cheap. I mean,
see the difference, but I'm just I don't know. I was going for it.
that's pretty cheap. Normally I'm in like the upper 20s.
Doesn't that kind of suck when someone when you're trying to like okay, you ask somebody a question because you think that the number is ridiculous and then they like overshoot it and it kind of like undermines like you
I
know
anticipated you overshooting it because I think $30 is so low for an electric bill. That's
oh
the thing.
okay yeah that was kind of the point there but this just reminded me of that like I don't know if you're talking to someone who like doesn't know anything about baseball and it's like oh do you know how many home runs Barry Bonds hit and they're like 10,000 you're like well no that's he didn't hit 10,000 and then when you say like 700 whatever they're like whatever
10,000.
yeah that'd be crazy one time oh yeah I remember when Sammy Sosa like broke 600 home runs or whatever I was like I don't remember I was in the hospital for something like I was in a hospital I wasn't like I didn't need to be there for medical I can't remember this is like a vague memory but I was just talking to some dude and I was like oh did you see Sammy Sosa like broke 600 home runs and he was like in a season I was like no
Oh gosh, that's like four a game.
yeah exactly like dude like you get 600 like plate appearances
Yeah, you get like 650 if that plate appearances. Basically
so
every. Yeah, wow. Uh,
but yeah I hate when that happens so
anyway, $30. Ridiculous. Yeah, I could do that. I could eat ramen. I could save a
I
bunch of money for,
yeah
for
and then I mean but dude so you're saving that money, but then think about how much money you've really saved because I mean my ETF's just gonna go wild.
you're starting up an ETF. Yeah, I could get probably my coworkers to invest in it too.
Yeah. You just be like, look, this guy has an economics degree.
He's got two of them.
Yeah, and he's a moderately successful gambler. So I mean, I, what better combo could you want?
Yeah, he's got a great, yeah, and they'll be like, oh, what's he doing right now? What's his background? Well, he's tutoring,
No, I mean, yeah, wait, I'm in education, dude.
education. I guess that, yeah, you could phrase it
Yeah,
that way.
I, I mean,
You
I,
could frame it that way, education.
economics background, great at gambling, uh, true lifetime learner, just always in the
Mhm.
education community.
On the edge of innovation and something. I don't know. There's some
Well,
buzzwords.
hey, give me some credit because I was holding online sessions before uh, COVID even happened. So
I know you were
I'm
you
kind
were
of an oracle.
people came to you to ask how to do it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they didn't not. I mean, my coworkers did. Yeah. Dude, here's what I'm trying to say. So, the first 5 minutes when market opens, just watching GameStop stock like move around, especially when you own shares, but even if you don't, honestly, more entertaining than an NBA basketball game. Just way more fun.
I mean, that's an opinion.
I, yeah, it is an opinion, but I don't know. Dude, I do really like basketball and I'm excited for March Madness because I think even though I don't really support college sports, I like watching college basketball a lot more than the NBA. The NBA kind of sucks. Do you agree?
Uh, what do you mean by that?
It's like big drama town. Like guys don't play defense because it tires them out, and then they can't score as efficiently on offense. And I mean, the offensive ability of the league as a whole is just like so much stronger that it's not even worth it to try to play good defense because you should just like and I don't know. It's just not interesting. There's like a handful of good teams, but I don't know. I don't feel any like narratives brewing. The NBA is just not as like exciting. I get
The
and if
inequity, yeah. The inequity, I think, is the killer for a lot of people.
but I don't know if it's like if that's just still a remnant of like the 4 year span where it was like Cavs Warriors every single year. Because I mean the door's a little more open, isn't it? I mean the Heat made it to the finals last year.
Yes, but there's still super teams, and it's still easy to make a super team. Not easy,
Yeah.
easier than ever with player control being
I,
where it is,
I feel like
which is good and
also
bad.
you have to make a super team. That's kind of annoying, right?
Well, that
Like
too, yeah.
there's never gonna be like a Leicester City from a few years ago, like NBA situation, right?
Well, the Heat, you could make a case,
Ah, yeah, I don't know though, but dude, like,
even though ironically they started the super team.
wait, wasn't it the Celtics?
Oh yeah, I guess you could say the Celtics.
Yeah, but the Heat started the era of the
I mean, there's been super teams, but yeah, you could probably say the Celtics started the era. When
yeah,
did?
because I mean the Spurs don't really count because those were all like homegrown dudes, right?
Yes, and they
But yeah,
didn't
this
all show up in the same year, or at least multiple people.
oh yeah, good point. Because yeah, it was just Paul Pierce on the Celtics for a while, and then they brought in did Ray Allen and KG come in on the same season?
They did. They both came in 2007.
Yeah, damn, what a team. Wasn't there like a 7 year span where like either the Lakers or Celtics won the title around then?
Do you want me to look it up? I mean, it's
Nah.
a lot of number
But
crunching.
okay, I think a good example is like the Hawks, right? Like, I don't know. The Hawks are eighth in the East, despite being sub 500, but whatever.
And
But I
fired their
mean,
coach.
they're not gonna win. They can't. Um, and neither can like the Knicks or Hornets. the sixth and seventh seeds in the East. Like it's just not happening. Um, and then okay, oh yeah, very big example. Suns second in the West. I mean, I guess they could go on a run, but like I'm skeptical until I see it. I don't think the Suns are. I mean, maybe they make it to the Western Conference Finals, maybe, but I don't think they make it to the finals.
Yeah, things could change in a month.
And even I feel like the Jazz would kind of have like an uphill battle. Like, I don't know. I okay. Here's a good way to put it. I feel like NBA teams kind of like sandbag in the regular season a little bit.
Well, we don't have to get into sitting of players and things like that.
Yeah, for some things I get it. Like Kawhi can't play back to back games because like his knee will like swell up. All right, whatever. If he does it too many times, so it's like let's save it for the
I'm just
playoffs.
saying, like, load management is a whole other conversation.
Yeah, but yeah, all these things just make me not super interested in NBA basketball. But yeah, I'm excited to make a bracket. Oh shit, dude! It's Tech FSU in the ACC championship game tonight, right?
That's correct. Yeah, at least Georgia Tech is fun to watch now.
Yeah, that's exciting. I wanted Georgia Tech to go to the tournament so bad when I was there,
They'll go.
and
They're going this year. Yeah.
when I was there though, like,
Oh, you're still there.
no, what are you talking about?
You're in the area.
No, but I'm not a student.
Well, you're
Like, I have a
almost.
job now.
Okay.
I can't just. Well, I couldn't anyway because of COVID. But the point was, so senior year was looking really promising, and that's the year we ended up coming in like second in the NIT. But
Yeah.
if we made the tournament that year, which was like in the cards for a lot of the season, I would have gone to the first rounds games like 100%. That would have been electric. I would have loved to be an undergrad and go to watch my school in the NCAA tournament, but never fucking happened.
You'll just be a creepy alumni watching at home this
Yeah,
year.
I know. God damn, that sucks. I want us to make it so bad. And then like the team blew up with like the weird bullshit scandal thing when I was
They
in the
that got
master's
all that
program.
got all appealed though, right? They appealed all that.
Yeah, I know, but it fucked them for that season because like they played like
Well,
shit.
no, it only mattered last year.
I don't
They
know. I'm
they
confused about my timeline.
okay. So last
Why does
year,
Tech have to be good when I leave? That's my
yeah,
gripe. Like fuck
that,
this. Like couldn't you have just gotten there a little faster? Who was our coach before Pastner?
Brian Gregory.
What the fuck? God, what were we doing? Oh wait, have I ever told the story about the time I played basketball with the Georgia Tech basketball team?
Maybe not on air.
Okay, well yeah, it was sophomore year, and we were just playing basketball in North Ave, and then probably about like 8 dudes from the basketball team just like came to play, and they were trying to run fives. So actually, it was 7 dudes on the team, and then one of their like friends who was like very good. I don't know why he wasn't on the team, but yeah. Anyway, they uh wanted to run fives, and so I needed 2 more, and I basically like I didn't really ask. I was kind of just like I'm fucking playing with you guys because I thought it'd be cool.
Oh
So
man.
yeah, it went
Now,
great.
for the listeners, uh, Nathaniel is not a tall man.
No, I'm 5'6".
Yeah, generously.
Oh fuck off. I'm 5'6 3/4 without shoes on. So
But compared to the 6'8" basketball players.
well, yeah, it's insane, right? But I mean, okay, and also, so obviously, I know that they were like sandbagging, just having a good time or whatever. But I didn't miss a shot, so that was kind of cool. And
Okay.
I hit a couple threes, and then
Yeah.
my favorite thing that happened was so someone on my team got a steal, and then another guy on my team was like running to the basket on like a breakaway, But oh yeah, and also just because it's relevant if people are trying to imagine it, I'm very fast, like even though I'm not tall. So I know it sounds crazy, but I'm about as quick as these dudes. Just in terms of like end to end court speed. So what I did was I also sprinted on the breakaway, and when the dude who stole the ball tried to pass it to the other guy, I pretty much intercepted it from my own teammate so that I could score the layup.
Oh man.
So yep, add 2 points for your boy. But yeah, I think I was something like 5 for 5, and I had like a steal. So I mean, all things considered, probably should have played basketball at Tech
You probably should have.
on the team. Yeah, it would have been a great like underdog story for being so short. But yeah, I fucking love college basketball. I hate college sports, just to clarify. But I love college basketball, especially come March.
It's interesting in March.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I, I used to pay attention to like just big rivalry games. Well, I've been a little out of it this year, just because like the season's been weird with last year and then this year with COVID. But I used to always watch the like big rivalry games, like Kentucky UNC type shit, throughout like the first few months of the season, and then usually around like halfway through February, I would start getting more into like the research of all the teams so that I could make a good bracket. And yeah, just really fun.
At least, Georgia Tech is relevant at least a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Should I pick them to win it all in my bracket?
I think that's a bit generous, but
Well, I mean, somebody's got to. I used to. Uh, well, I'll probably do those just for fun, but I always make a bracket every year where Syracuse wins.
ooh, they might not even make it.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, last I heard, they were like pretty much 50-50 on the bubble.
Yeah, it depends on whatever else happens. Maybe tonight. By the time this comes out, we'll know. But
Oh, yeah, good point. Well, because well, sort of. Tuesday at 6 is like the lock-in for teams to withdraw if they don't meet COVID protocol.
yeah, but this is coming out on the following week.
Oh shit.
This is the 23rd.
Easy.
Yep.
Well, fuck. What if UWMC pops off before this? Everyone's gonna be like, "Ah, damn it, we missed it." Oh no, wait. What's Tuesday? Oh no, that's the day after it gets added to the Russell Index. This might be just in time. If you're listening to this,
Get on it.
yeah, if it's under $10, snag that shit.
All right. Anything else you want to mention before we head out?
Um, Bills re-signed Hyde, Poyer, and Milano, and of course, oh, and Daryl Williams. We already had Trey and Deion Dawkins locked up. Josh Allen contract's probably coming soon. I mean, if we draft well, which we have been the past few years, it's gonna be a good team. Although we didn't re-sign Smokey Brown, which is a little
They
sad
cut him.
because
Yeah.
oh, I can't remember which one. But I
They cut him.
mean, dude, he just got shit on by injuries and then Gabe Davis played really well last year. So it makes sense. Cause like, yeah, but
In
it's just too
another
bad.
year, they probably would have traded him for like a fifth round pick, but his contract was a little high, or his
Yeah,
guarantee money was a little too high, probably.
yeah. And I think we're messing around with cap space stuff and getting a feeler for the money situation is to sign Josh. But maybe we won't do that till next offseason. I don't
I
know.
think they're gonna wait. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling good. We kind of just get to go best pick available. Um, like maybe we can try to find a edge rusher that, because I don't know. Jerry Hughes does well, but he's not like a total lighted up dude. I mean, if Starr comes back, I just don't know. We'll have to see.
I think
But
Mario Addison is probably not coming back, right?
Yeah, I don't
Can
know.
they can they
He didn't play like super well or anything.
can they cut him? I don't know what his contract is.
I'm really just glad Milano's back.
Oh no,
Our
he agreed
defense looks so much better when he's on the field.
no, Addison agreed to a pay cut, so he will be back.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, good guy, like rotational guy. I really like what we're trying to do with the defensive line, where it's like, yeah, very rotational. Um,
Totally
but at the
makes
same
sense.
time, it would just be nice to have that dude who can just like get pressure kind of at will. But whatever. We'll see. Football's only 6 months away. Excited.
All right, thanks for coming on. We'll see how your stocks do.
Yeah, a little bit of a time horizon there, but we will see.
All right.
All right. Have a good weekend, man.